What's going on, everybody? You guys are watching the Jets Report, and my name is Patrick Siepman. And coming up on today's show, I want to get you guys some of the top takeaways and overreactions from the Jets' Week 4 loss, 27-21 to the Miami Dolphins. Obviously, penalties are a big issue, but there's a lot of issues on this team, top to bottom. We'll break them all down on today's show. But shout out to Breece Hall giving the quote of the year after the game, saying, "Teams shoot themselves in the foot, and we come back and shoot ourselves in the head." Is a perfect way to describe how this Jets season has gone so far. Penalties being an issue, you beat yourself too much. Clearly, there is talent on this team. There are some positives with this team, but you continue to beat yourself. I thought Breece Hall summed it up perfectly. Now, before we dive into the 5 big takeaways, if you guys could hit that subscribe button today. We're closing in here on 10,000 subscribers, so shout out to all of you guys who have hit that sub button so far. We just need 229 more of you guys to subscribe today. Help us reach 10,000 subs, and if you want more Jets content in your life, hit that subscribe button today. All right, so the biggest takeaway from the first 4 weeks for me is the defense is an absolute dumpster fire. And this is incredibly concerning because you have two, at least on paper, really smart defensive minds calling the shots over there. Aaron Glenn, Steve Wilks, and you still have a decent amount of talent. I understand the injuries, but they should have been way better throughout the first 4 weeks than what they've been right now. And Zach Rosenblatt tweeting this out saying the Jets, they have 0 takeaways. They're the only team in the NFL with 0. They have not forced a single turnover this season defensively. That's terrible. They got 6 total sacks. They had 4 in week 1 and 0 in week 4. So they've had 2 sacks from weeks 2, 3, and 4. That's not good enough. 27 points allowed in 3 of the 4 games, 22 in the other, and they're 30th in defensive EPA per dropback. So they are just clearly not getting it done defensively, and this is a combination of the personnel and the coaching staff. Like, when you are that bad on a certain side of the field, it's not just the coaching staff, it's not just the personnel, it is a combination of both. But they need to be better defensively, and also it's a little concerning because I don't know if I have too much hope on them getting better throughout the season. Like, you're hopefully getting some guys back, especially at the linebacker position, but we really haven't seen anything where the Jets are getting better week to week defensively. It's been honestly getting worse. And the late penalties, just beating yourself, bad in coverage, bad pass defense, stop the run decently, but still, I mean, the running backs over the past couple of weeks have just been gashing this team. Once teams are able to run the ball, they're able to set everything else up, so the defense hasn't been good enough, and it's just not only on the coaching staff or just the personnel. It is 100% a combination of the two, and there's no doubt penalties have been the biggest killer for this Jets team so far. And it's just the type of penalties they're having, like the pre-snap penalties, the late hits. It's just everything. And they're true drive killers, and they've also kept drives alive for opposing teams' offenses. But Sauce Gardner had a viral quote after the game saying this about the officiating, saying, "I'm personally frustrated. I watch football, and I just feel like, and I don't know if this is wrong to say, but I think I get called for more stuff just based off us not winning. I watch these winning programs, and there's some egregious things that they don't get called. We don't win, and I feel like don't get the calls that we should get, and we get calls we shouldn't get called for. Obviously, that's not why I want to win. I want to win because I don't like losing." So Sauce Gardner pretty much getting at that. The Jets are getting called for stuff that other teams aren't getting called for. And listen, I understand what Sauce Gardner is saying there. Like, obviously, he's coming off an emotional loss. He wanted to get that win, playing your division rival, the Miami Dolphins. But this is just, at the end of the day, a bad look. Like, that can't be what you are thinking or what you are saying after a game, considering Sauce didn't play that well. Gave up that touchdown to Darren Waller, got beat by Jalen Waddle a whole lot last night on these deep crossing routes. So Sauce didn't really play well. And then also, like, you're going out after the game blaming the officiating, saying he's getting called for stuff that other guys aren't getting called for. And, Sauce wants the top cornerback in the NFL treatment. And I don't blame him for that because, we saw, especially like the best example of this is the Legion of Boom back in the day. They got super, super aggressive. They were very grabby, and officials just let them kind of play because they were so good. I'm sure Sauce wants that treatment, and he had that one PI last night. It was a bad call, but it's also like Sauce, like, he hasn't been playing too good. And the Jets' penalties overall, they've been a massive issue. Averaging 8 penalties a game, had 13 last night. That is 10th in the NFL. Obviously not good enough. Now, I will say, I thought the refs were horrible last night. The refs aren't the reason the Jets lost. The Jets are the reason the Jets lost, but the refs definitely did not help out. I mean, that Jeremy Ruckert no call late in the game, that was bad. The Garrett Wilson push-off, but for the first 3 quarters, refs didn't really make an impact, and the Jets shot themselves in the foot over and over again. But the refs definitely did not help the Jets' case whatsoever last night. They're clearly in the Dolphins' hip pocket. But I'll ask you guys this. Did the refs screw the Jets last night? What say you? Give me a Y for yes, or give me an N for no. You guys let me know your thoughts down below. I'm going to say no, they didn't screw the Jets last night, but they definitely did not help, and they're definitely in favor just a tad to the Miami Dolphins. But we'll dive into more takeaways here in a second. But if you guys want to get some more New York Jets merch in your life, head over to chatsports.com/Jets hoodies. I have this link for you guys in the comment section and description of today's show, but these things are on sale right now, so take advantage of this while the deal is still going on. Chatsports.com/Jets hoodies. Click that link in the comment section and description of today's show. All right, number 3, Jets have absolutely no passing game. And I mean absolutely zero passing game. Like the offense last night was able to put up 400 yards. Some of that came in garbage time, but they were able to move the ball pretty well. And on true passing downs, the Jets just feel like they have no game plan whatsoever. I even saw that at the end of the first half. Jets are down by 10. They have 3 timeouts, a minute 40 left. They're trying to move the football up the field. They just clearly have no faith in this passing game to get it done. They're still running the football, and even when they are passing, it's either like a quick 5-yard out or it's just a little check down over the middle of the field. And you just need reps with this passing game. Like, it needs to develop. So they need to be more aggressive. They need to trust Justin Fields a little more because also we saw they found success when it was Garrett Wilson over the middle field. It was Mason Taylor over the middle of the field. When you give Fields a clean pocket, I understand he is a below-average thrower of the football for a starting NFL QB caliber. But when he has a clean pocket, he can still attack the middle of the field. We saw Mason Taylor get going. We saw Garrett Wilson get going. And they also just need to be more aggressive on first downs. Like, clearly, teams know you are a good rushing offense. They're going to try to take that away. That is the benefit of having identity to a football team, but that also allows you to be more aggressive on first down. Sometimes you got to use the pass to set up the run. And yesterday, I understand the Jets were running all over the Dolphins, but they were almost too committed to the run. Once you got down by 2 scores, you got to just change your game plan, and Engstrand has not done that. Now, I will say some positives about this. Like, the run game is legit. Like, the Jets truly do have a good rushing offense. And, that's credit to the offensive line. You lose Elijah Vera-Tucker for the season. You're thinking, maybe the Jets won't be able to, run the football as well as they have so far this season. But the guys up front have been making some massive holes for these running backs. And, the Jets do have an identity. It's running the football and beating yourself. Like, that's probably the 2 things, if I had to sum up the Jets' start to the season. They can run the football, but they also beat themselves. And, with them being able to run the football, the play-action game is clearly there. Like, this is clearly an option the Jets have that they really haven't dived into too much so far this season. Like, Engstrand, you have the opportunities. Let Justin Fields just rip this football in the middle of the field because the linebackers, they're all playing super aggressive. They're playing on their toes, but you want to get them back on their heels. Attack over the middle of the field. Get Wilson going. Get Mason Taylor going. Those plays are there. We saw it last night in certain spurts, especially late in that game when the Jets were trying to make that little fake comeback they had. You got to pass the ball more. Be more aggressive on first downs because the play action is there because teams do realize you have an identity. They know what the Jets want to do every week. They want to run the football. They want to be a physical football team. Play action game is there. And lastly, I honestly think Fields has been pretty damn good this season. In 2 of the 3 games, the offense has, been solid. And just overall, the Jets have not supported Fields enough. I mean, the only consistent part of this offense so far for the season for the New York Jets is Justin Fields putting on the Superman cape. That run he had yesterday was absolutely ridiculous. Like, that is the special talent he has, where the play is completely dead. He boots back out to his left, and he just takes the rest of the house. Like, he is truly that special. And I always say this with Fields. If he can just be a middle-of-the-pack passer, he can be a franchise quarterback. He can be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But the Jets, you need to support this guy more. Get him in easier third-down situations. Instead, the Jets are just in 3rd and long too much because you stay too committed to the run, and you got to help out your quarterback more. And that's even taking a deep shot. Like, where's Arian Smith been? Let Fields uncork it. He has a big-time arm. He can touch every blade of grass on the football field. You just need to support this man more. Honestly, Jets starting 0-4, Justin Fields is not a big reason for that. I think he's been pretty damn good so far this season. But you guys let me know. How do you feel about the Jets' 0-4 start? You guys let me know your thoughts down below. Obviously not feeling good, but there's a lot of room for improvement. So you guys let me know your thoughts down below. We'll see you guys next time. As always, go Jets.